What's up, tubes? Welcome back to the vlog. This morning we're going to be doing a check-in for Dom. I'm officially 10 weeks, 2 days out from my figure show.
Two-time Arnold champ, Missy, Truscott.
Yeah, everything is rolling really well right now. My body's starting to change. So let me get my phone set up and I'll take you through some of my posing here. I actually have a posing session here in a half an hour with Christina, so that'll be good too. So I'm still working on the transitions, but I'm gonna stop talking and just go through my thing. My routine isn't done yet, so this is basically just my mandatories. Okay.
We need to put some tunes on or something. It's like a library. You're posing in a library.
Yeah, so like I said, just focusing on like the mandatories right now, more or less tweaking my body with Christina to get the shape for a figure here. One thing with the fitness division is the physique round was a third of our final score, where this is like 100%. So I have to make sure I'm like really on. But again, just playing around with like some transitions. I'm starting to realize that transitions are a big part in the figure division, because really you're not on stage for a long time. So you do have to like play around with some of like the hand movements and stuff. Although I will not do the pageant stuff, which I'm glad Christina was cool about, because I told her like, that's not me, I don't want to do it. So she was cool with it. But yeah, body's feeling really good right now. Food is, you know, Dom's totally in control with that. I do what he says, and I think my body's responding really well. Thoughts on the leg, babe?
Yeah, it's getting good, getting better.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, things are good. So we'll keep rolling with this vlog, and yeah, I'm excited. 10 weeks out, baby. All right, guys, I want to talk with you about something, and this is in regards to what I saw from Nick Walker and Martin Fitzwater at the Pittsburgh Pro this weekend. It got me thinking about when you give your all to something and it's still not good enough. So in Nick Walker's case, you know, he placed second at the Pittsburgh Pro. And I feel like I can speak on this because, you know, there's one show in particular where I had lost, and I know what it's like. I know that feeling on stage. So I just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about it, whether you're a seasoned pro or an amateur in the fitness world. I do think this is a good topic that we could talk about and just maybe learn from each other. So I guess where I'll start here is in 2022, I believe it was. Gosh, I can't even remember. I've suppressed this feeling so much that I can't even remember the date. But it was the Arnold, and I remember going into the show. First off, as a female, I feel like if you put it out there where you're, you know, wanting to win a show, you're all in, which is my title for this YouTube series. But when you're all in on something, I feel like a lot of times females get heat for that. maybe it's too much or they're too aggressive or too competitive, whatever. But when men do it, it's okay, and it's they almost get applauded, like, yeah, that confidence. But for females, it's a different story. I'm trying to do something different where I've always stayed true to myself in the sense that if I believe that, you know, I'm going into a show, I'm giving it my 120%, I'm sacrificing all these things, I'm going in to win, and I'm okay with saying that. Now, I get some heat for it sometimes, but it is what it is. I'm okay with it. But I do feel like in that moment of that year at the Arnold, I was very confident in myself, and being on stage, you know, for awards time, and you're thinking, okay, I got this. This is my show. On to the next, whatever. And then when your name gets called second, it's like, oh, like there is a disappointment, a feeling inside of you that is just, man, it takes the wind away for sure. And watching the Pittsburgh Pro and seeing that emotion on Nick's face, totally valid. I've seen on social media now that he's getting so much backlash, maybe not so much backlash, but, you know, that like, oh, you know, drama, and he didn't look happy. Of course he's not going to look happy. Like, he just got called second. He gave it his absolute everything to win Pittsburgh, and, you know, the chips just didn't fall in his favor, and that's okay. And I think it's totally fine that he had those emotions on stage and that he wasn't smiling. I did the exact same thing, so I totally feel for Nick. And then if you watch my last video, I was talking a little bit about Martin. I also want to touch a little bit on what I said about Martin, and maybe backtrack a little bit here, because I think I was possibly a little harsh when I said maybe he shouldn't have like hyped himself up that much in the sense of, you know, hiding his legs and everything, but I take all that back. Martin, you probably don't watch this, but I'm sorry. I think now looking at it, like, if I were in your shoes, I would have done the same. Like, when you believe in yourself, you 100% are all in. It's okay to have like those feelings. And it's okay to put it out there. Like, when you truly believe you can achieve something and you've done it, then who cares what anyone else thinks? Who cares what I think? But yeah, so I just wanted to like really, I just wanted to touch on that just a tad. But now that the dust has settled, you know, Nick placed second, where does he go from here? Well, you saw on social media that he picked himself back up. He's moving on to the next show. And I think that's a big thing in bodybuilding, is you just have to be thick-skinned, unfortunately. We're in a sport where you're being judged on your physique, and a lot of the times you can't even make these improvements to your physique until you've had like a long off season where you've, you know, put food back in, where your training is back to 100%, and not training into a show, but training where you're had a great off season and, you know, pushing the food, making those improvements. So that's, I'm glad to see that Nick is in good spirits now and he's moving on to the New York Pro. I think if any of you guys out there who are, you know, an amateur competitor and maybe you didn't, you know, take the overall, or maybe you didn't even win your class, I think that it's okay to be disappointed and it's okay to be upset, but don't sit in it for too long, because like the stage is always going to be there. And bodybuilding, I have to always remind myself and clients that it's cliche, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I've been doing this for 20 years and I still have so much that I need to improve on, especially going into a new division. So I just want you guys to be like kind to yourself, believe in yourself, and put shit out there. Like if you truly believe in yourself, you know, and you want to make a statement at your next show, there's there's a way to be like humble and confident, and then there's ways to just be like an asshole. But as a female, I think for myself, and I would love to see others, just totally own it. And we are going to have, you know, double standards of ambition, whether it's with females and males, but you just need to like stick in your unapologetically you mantra and just freaking go for it. And that's what I'm doing this year. All right, tubes, I hope you enjoyed this little segment. Leave me a comment if you've ever placed second at a show and you've had that like feeling of disappointment. I'm curious to hear your guys' story. But let's keep moving on with this vlog. All right, guys, so we are going to be doing a leg day today. And first exercise, we're doing single leg seated ham curls. I really like this machine because I feel I can get a really good stretch on my hamstring. And obviously I'm going single leg right now because I'm really trying to beef up my other leg. And then as you can see, I'm doing holds on every fourth rep for 3 seconds, and then controlling the negative, the eccentric for 4 seconds. So when Kayleen and I really start working on these, you know, like our last set, I'll have her come in and then she'll help me on the 2 second, 3 second hold at the bottom, especially on my bad leg, because there's just a weird feeling I get sometimes. It's hard to explain because it's not every workout. Some workouts it feels amazing, and then other workouts I'm just like, oh man, like definitely something doesn't feel right. But I actually think I am breaking through more scar tissue as I get stronger and as I get more mobility in my knee. So then here we're moving on to double leg extensions, and then again holding at the top for 3 seconds every fourth rep with the slow eccentric. I really like these ones, especially with this machine. I feel like when I am getting the entire squeeze on my quads, like at the top, when I do single leg, obviously my left leg doesn't want to go up as high because I'm still guarding. So it is nice when I have both legs on there that I can really like reef it up. So now we're moving on to our hack squats. I do hack squats twice a week on my leg days, but with this one we're only doing 3 sets. So this is a top set, and I do a couple feeders to get into it, but as you can see, it is I am struggling here. These max pump machines are heavy AF. Whether it's like your leg machines or your chest, I don't know, they're freaking heavy. But I do really like this hack squat. So now we're moving on to stiff leg barbells. I like doing it with the barbell because I feel like I can get a better stretch on my hamstrings. Some of the cues I like to use for myself that I learned from Aldo is look at yourself in the mirror, keep your head up, don't look down. I know a lot of people like say push through your heels and squeeze your butt and all these other, you know, little tips and tricks, and I do think they work, but for whatever reason they just don't work for me. I find I do a lot better when I look at myself in the mirror and I push through my big toe on these. Now we're moving into our leg press, and this is the I believe it's called like the hip press, and you can see that I'm doing a B stance. So I like to do this because it just gives my knee a little bit more security. I'm comfortable doing it this way, and I'm trying to get really deep knee flexion. My surgeon actually told me that at some point I'm gonna feel stronger in my bad knee than I am in my good knee, and I think that's true. I think the ACL, now that it's really healed, it does feel a lot stronger, almost bionic. But actually getting under the weight, just like the muscle, like the quad and the hamstring and the glute is still like lagging in the strength department. So it's not 100% there, but it definitely does feel way more stable. So I'm super thankful for that. And man, I've been crushing these leg days and I'm seeing a lot of improvements. So it's definitely, you know, rewarding that way. And then we got Kayleen doing her set. I think I come in here, yeah, help with spotting. Or no, I'm putting on another plate for her. But yeah, you can see she's doing B stance as well. I think mentally it's just good for you to like get better range of motion when you have your other foot there to just help push from the bottom. And if you use that other foot almost like a kickstand, like as if you would think of like a bike, you can really, when you start to fatigue, still use your other leg, but it stabilizes you and it helps you push through. So if you, on this bend that she does, if you think of pushing through the big toe on her left foot and then her right foot is just there to kind of stabilize a little, it's a really, really good cue, and I think it's really helped with my leg presses as well. So then here we did some standing leg curls, and you can see Kayleen playing around with the block down there. So that is gonna pitch you up onto your big toe. And I love the feeling of that. You get way more extension and contraction in your glute. So then we're moving on to our leg extensions again, and this is just 2 sets of leg extensions here. So we're just banging these out, obviously going a little heavier. And if you guys like that Accent Sledge baseball jersey, they're online. I'm wearing a large there. It's super comfy. Truly like a baseball jersey. It has embroidered on the back and on the front, and then the Accent Sledge on the front is actually like a screen print, which is pretty cool. Like not an iron press, it's actually screened into the material, so it's not going to fade on you or anything. But they do run a little small, so just be aware of that when you are ordering. So then our last movement here is going to be the Snow Angel machine. I don't know what its real name is, but that's what I like to call it. So I just brace myself, not even on the handles, but you can see like along the side, and I push my like upper traps, upper back into the machine, keeping my head and eyes up and really squeezing the glutes. It's one of the machines that I feel every single time. All right, tubes, with this little segment, I'm going to be showing you some products that I use for my morning routine, night routine, hair stuff. But basically, I'm going to spend the money so you guys don't have to. And I want to say 5 good products that I used this past month. I chose 5 products that I really like that I purchased in the month of May, and I'm going to share with you guys. The first one we're going to start with is Tower 28 Lip Gloss. So I actually got 2 colors. I got coconut and pistachio. Pistachio, coconut. Both like a nudish pink. But what I really love about these lip gloss is it advertised that it's not sticky. And if you wear your hair down, say, straight or whatever, and the wind's blowing and your hair gets on your lip and it gets stuck because of the lip gloss, it's like my biggest pet peeve ever. So I'm like, it's saying that it's not sticky, so let me try it out. So I've actually been using this for about a month, and it's really not sticky, but I love it. This Tower 28, super affordable too. I think it was like 18 bucks for one. So yeah, I love this lip gloss. It's my go-to now, especially for the summer because I don't like really dark lips or anything. I just want like a quick little gloss, maybe a tint of color in it, which these do have, like the pinkish, and it works great. So I love them and I bet you guys would too. So the next product I want to show you guys is something I got from Sephora. It's a perfume and I saw it advertised as taking you back to like summer of high school. And I thought, oh man, that's pretty cool. Like, and I know for myself, if I smell certain things, it does take me back in time. So I decided like, let me try it. So it's Knowles Detour, and there's a bunch of different scents that they have, but this is their newest one. And yeah, it's for I just ate it. For me, this is like sneaking out of my house, going to bush parties, being bad. No, drinking underage. No, but I do really enjoy the scent. I'm the type of person, I don't like strong perfumes. So this is a very perfumey smell. I would not wear this to the gym because I don't want to be like offensive to people. So this would be something that I use, you know, if I'm going shopping or if I'm going out on a date with Matt or something like that. Would I use this at the gym in the morning? Probably not. Maybe if I did like a far spray and then like wafted it on myself, maybe. But yeah, I don't really like to wear scents at the gym. But all in all, I really like this perfume. I think you guys should give it a try. Give that a try. Let me know what you guys think. The next product we're moving on to is a hair oil that I got from Amazon. Davies oil. And one thing I learned about hair oiling is that if you have blonde hair, bleach blonde hair like me, or you know, highlighted hair, whatever, you don't want to be using dark oils. So for example, I absolutely love Moroccan oil. Oop, backwards. I love Moroccan oil, but if you look, it is super yellow. This will actually like change your hair color and make it like yellowy. So for me, I like my bleach blonde, like almost like white looking. And I use a purple shampoo like every other wash to get that yellow brassiness out. So I was hair oiling with like Moroccan oil for, I don't know, months, not knowing that I'm just making my hair more yellow and yellow until I found the Davies cream. So or Davies oil. So you'll see that it's, and with the clear oils, it's not going to tint your hair. So I've been using that on my scalp at nighttime, and I really like it. So what I'll do is I'll put a couple oh my God. I'll put a couple I will put a couple pumps of the Davies hair oil in my palm and go like this, and then put it through my fingers and scratch it through my scalp a bit. And then I have like, if you have like a wide tooth comb, like a wide tooth, you can directly put the oil on your hair if you wanted, and then you just kind of brush it through. And basically what you're doing is you're lightly stimulating your hair follicles to get that oil in there. And then you don't want to pull the oil through all of your hair. Leave it for like the ends. So you definitely put it like from, you know, your breakage, your dead ends and down. That's fine. But you don't want to put it like up in your hair because it'll make it like super greasy. And I sleep with it in, and sometimes I'll oil my head and then hair braid it because I'm greasing up the sides anyway, so it doesn't matter to me if it looks greasy. But I really enjoy that hair oil. And make sure, if you guys, whatever hair color you have, choose the appropriate oil. I didn't know that was a thing, so hopefully you guys learned something with that. The next product I want to show you guys, I got from Amazon, but I'm sure you can get from any drugstore. It's the Vaseline Cocoa Shimmer Stick. Guys, this is freaking cool. So it pops off and it twists up, and you can like put it, you know, all over your body. It gives like a nice shimmer. I actually wear this at the gym. It's hydrating. You can put it all over your body. Oh, it's called a healing gel. Healing jelly. Interesting. But it does have a little shimmer in it. I think it's really cute. I like it. And the last product I want to show you guys, I got from Fred Meyer, which is like my grocery store here on the West Coast. But I'm sure you could get this from Walmart, Amazon, wherever, because e.l.f. skin is very common and it's very affordable. I want to say this was 12 bucks, and I think I got it on sale. So what it is, it's a SPF 30 sunscreen, and it also has a tint, like a primer makeup tint to it. So it gives you like a foundation look, which I love, because I'm the type of person that I don't, unless I'm going like to an event or Matt and I are going on a date, I really don't like to put on a lot of makeup. So if I could wear like any type of just light foundation, I love it. So, and it makes it so much easier to get ready in the morning with one product. So that's what it looks like. And I don't have anything on my face, so I'm just gonna dab it on. And the one thing with this product, it does, I got the darkest shade. There was 3. There was a fair one, a medium, which I probably should have got, and then this dark one. But I don't know. I'm tanning now, so I know I'm gonna get dark. And then you just like brush it through, but it gives a bit of a bronze look, and almost like, see, you can kind of see it. Or at least I can see it in the mirror. So what I love about this is that it kind of makes me look awake for the day. Gives a little color. And then I'm protecting my face too from the sun. Here in Seattle, we do get a lot of overcast, but we still have obviously the UV coming through. And I don't know, as I'm getting more mature, I want to protect my skin. So instead of, you know, putting all this like crazy foundation on, like why not put, you know, an SPF on my face so that, you know, I'm protecting it. And yeah, I kind of have like a different change of heart with makeups now. I do a lot more skin type care than full bore like glam makeup. So that's going to conclude this little segment, my May cosmetic / hair / whatever I buy. So you guys don't have to. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see anything specific and I can pick it up, or also let me know how you guys like these products or if you already use them, and we will continue on with this vlog. I'm gonna go outside and sit in the sun because it's nice out. Now I've got my sunscreen on my face. So let's go. Hey tubes, welcome back to the weekly review. We got myself, Missy Truscott, my husband Matt Truscott, and the weenies on their little mat downstairs in the gym.
Yep. Let's do real quick. Look at this beast. This is our documented way to document. Remember how small she was like 2 months ago? Look at this big freak.
Yeah, she's huge.
Winnie is massive.
Up their food.
Yeah. I call her the little demon.
Yeah, her little eyes.
She looks sweet and innocent. It's like a kid in a horror movie. It's tricking you.
Could you imagine having a kid right now?
No. But you don't get a puppy and a kid at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like, okay, anyway. Yeah, all right, so how's your, prep going?
Prep is going amazing.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, I feel like everything's firing on all cylinders. My physique just feels and looks so different. A lot of positive things that I'm just really mind blown about how good I actually feel.
Yeah. So, you know, I talked about like the 5 things to kind of keep yourself part grounded, part motivated, like in life.
Yeah.
And then I added it, or I just kind of made like we were trying to make like a bodybuilding version. I don't remember, we were doing this on the fly, but there's basically training.
Yeah.
That's going great, right?
Amazing. I've been training with Kayleen like pretty much every session, which has been awesome.
A prep. Yeah, who's also a prep and has the same coach. Then there's diet.
Diet, yeah.
Yeah. Cardio.
Great. Yep. Been doing my cardio at home.
Health.
That is a big one.
The bigger one we did not add. I don't think we added, and I still got it coming.
Yeah.
But health, like, man, you could almost put either diet or health needs to have digestion.
Yeah.
'Cause this is a bodybuilding one. So these are really touching on the shit that bodybuilders, one, need to focus on, but two, have problems with. So
my digestion is so good right now. It's the best it's ever been. And it's with like the supplements I'm taking and the food I'm eating. It's crazy. Now, I literally am doing like a full-time job here from like, you know, waking up in the morning, all of my day incredibly planned out, meal timing, all that shit. But yeah, digestion, amazing.
All right, so I don't know if that's part of diet or health, but you know, it's in one of those.
Yeah.
And then last one, I don't think we included this one, but super important.
Yeah.
Mental. That's for the bodybuilder.
Yeah.
That is one of the 5 pillars.
Got to check that off.
Bodybuilding is a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Especially pro bodybuilding.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just a different person right now. I feel like everything is clicking. I feel like you and I are in a really good place.
Yeah, you were in a rut.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm going like this again.
Yep.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah. All right. We haven't done our review in a bit. We had like guests and such.
Yeah.
But 2 bodybuilding shows. So Nick Walker's officially back.
He's back.
Yeah.
The mutant is back.
He was a clear winner.
Yeah.
Of New York, and I'm gonna just keep saying this over and over. Bodybuilding is at its all-time best. All time. There's never been a time in the history of man better than bodybuilding right now. So those old get off my lawn folks saying, oh, they were harder back in the day, whatever. Because Nick Walker, who might not, I mean, he could win the Olympia. You think he could win the Olympia?
Yes.
I don't think so because of the shape, but you could take the Nick Walker that just won the New York Pro.
Yeah.
And put him in like the 2007 Olympia.
Right.
He could stand next to Jay.
Oh,
no
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
They're both just big fucking refrigerators, all-timers, big, thick, fucking, yeah. So
the mass monster.
yeah, Nick Walker's clearly a top 5, but I'm saying he could go back in the day and he's right there with all those guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, people who
I
shit on
personally-
bodybuilding and get out of here.
Yeah, I personally don't care about like the really, really tight waist and the men's open. Like, man, you know how much fucking food those guys got to eat to like actually like fill up and like look the part? I don't care about a little distended waist. It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I would rather see like the crazy fullness and I gotta say this, and I don't know if I said this in the last review, but I do not like the vacuum. Like let's kill the vacuum. Just
Wow, you're really killing waste here.
yeah, that's not a pose. You can suck your stomach in, your intestines
You're talking
in.
just for men's open, right?
Well, I think in any shot, it's a bodybuilding show. We want to see the abs, show the abs, flex the abs.
Well, no, but I mean,
why
like,
are we sucking
men's
all
physique is all stomach, practically.
men's physique? Yeah.
You better have it's not all stomach, but you better have a tiny waist.
Yeah, tiny waist, but you sucking in your stomach, like up into your rib cage, I don't think that,
It's just a pose.
but they all do it all the time
but
in
some
every
can
shot.
really do it. Well, that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
So you like when they more like hard flex their abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's classic, I guess they do have to hit a vacuum. Actually, I don't know that for certain, but
They all do.
They all do.
Because their structure is classic.
Right,
So they
right.
can all hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
And then Regan, I think pretty clearly won. But
Yeah, that was a good showing for him.
Yeah. So that's good. And then we got Legion Sports Fest
Legion.
this weekend.
Guys, I gotta pause it for 1 sec. Winnie's messing up something. Winnie! No, get out of there. Demon, little demon, get away. I feel like I'm gonna keep this in.
Hey, little demon.
Little demon. Little demon.
Yeah.
Yeah, here. I know what you need. A little bit of just work. No.
All right, so Legion this weekend.
Yeah. So they don't have all the classes. There's
Men's Open is, I don't know everyone. I know Tony O'Burton's in it, and I know Blessings is in it.
yeah.
That's really all I know, actually.
Ken Colosso on Instagram.
Okay.
Really good. He
Good.
had a great showing in New York.
Can he beat
I like
Tonio?
Ken. I think he's going to be top 3. I think
Okay.
he's going to be up there.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it'll go Tonio, Blessing.
I think if Blessings gets second, that would be a huge win for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he will.
Yeah. And then I think Ken's
Predicting
just
body-
following him.
I think, I don't even know the rest of the people, but predicting bodybuilding's hard.
Yeah.
Blessings hasn't competed in a long time. So you're just going off like Instagram.
True,
I guess
yeah.
that's the fun of it.
And you know what's funny about Instagram? My Instagram photos suck. Like I look like shit on Instagram, and then on stage I look better. Like
You do look better. Yeah.
so it's interesting. Like you see people who have like really really good cameras or posting.
Yeah, in a similar vein, I might have said this before, but when I briefly had a coach, right,
Yeah.
who was helping me with my digestion, they were great.
Yeah.
I had to do the number one thing I hated about was I had to do weekly check-ins.
I've never seen your check-in photos.
Right. No,
That was
because Jesus Christ, my point is, I can be in like tip-top shape. And then as soon as I go like the stupid, I don't know how to pose for one, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
But so I hit like the pose, man, I just look like fucking dog shit. I just don't have the structure for it. And then you like full beef, full off season.
Yeah.
You could be like, oh man, look at how fat I am. And then as soon as you go, whoosh, you look fucking fantastic. So man, bodybuilding is so much like structure and genetics. And you have them.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that it's hard work. People take that as like, oh no, it's hard work. No, of course it is. But to be the top person, anyway.
All that stuff factors, like the lighting. You can't go off Instagram photos, basically what we're saying.
No, yeah.
So Legion will be interesting. I'm super excited because Shanique Grant is making her wellness debut. So that is very exciting. She's 2-time women's physique Miss Olympia, sorry. And yeah, now she's gonna be doing the crossover like me.
Yeah.
Her and I are both trying to pull a Conor McGregor here.
Yeah.
Double divisions. Let's go, baby.
That is, wellness. There's definitely a look.
Yeah.
Obviously, she'll have the muscle, and obviously, she can get in shape.
Yeah.
But yeah, will it be in the right places?
Yeah.
Have you seen like pictures of her?
I did. I saw a update from her coach this morning, actually. Team Ludacris. Chris is her coach, and man, she looked phenomenal. Yeah, it's obviously the posing is way different from wellness to women's physique. It's a lot softer, more flowy type look, but she has the glutes. Like it is insane.
Okay.
So,
well then, yeah, she's gonna do great then.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see her now compared with other wellness girls because a Brazilian gal, Isamara, is going to be there. She just won a muscle contest show. So yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting.
And then there's fitness.
There is fitness, yeah.
I know you're trying to get out of fitness.
I got my 2 Legion wins.
Oh yeah.
2-time.
Great show. Reno's awesome.
Yeah.
So I know Abby. I don't know everyone who's doing it. Abby Bolton, I know, is doing it.
Yep, Abby.
She's been at the Olympia before. Andrea Glass, really good.
Yes.
She's probably
She's a front
threat to
runner.
win, right?
Yep.
Amber Steffen.
Yep.
She'll be shredded.
Yep.
Kristen Pope.
Progressing every show.
I
yeah.
think she's the favorite.
Okay.
That's a controversial take.
Yeah.
She tied Taylor at this show for first.
Right.
That was before Taylor became Taylor, which shows you the craziness of fitness judging.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like a couple months later, like Taylor's like second at the Olympia or something.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, what? Anyway, fitness. You have to really get like noticed Yeah, there's like it happened with you too. You have to get like noticed by the judges.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're accepted into the club.
Right.
And then once you're accepted into the club, you'll never fall back. Like body parts can be falling off.
Yeah.
Like waists can be getting wider and wider.
Yeah.
But they'll keep you 5 or 6. Just because, fitness is fucking wild. But you got to knock down that door. So we'll see if Kristen,
you got to be consistent.
We'll see if she can knock down the door.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. I saw the Masters Olympia fitness list too. It's good.
Oh.
It was surprising what's down the road.
Yeah.
It was good. Much better than what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be like 5 or 6 people who are good. Yeah. So we'll see. All right. Anyway, what else? What else we got? It's it's not a big deal, but I just have a different take on it. Can I talk about the Linda Murray thing?
Oh yeah.
So Linda Murray comes out and does hey, Arnold just raised the prize money.
Yeah.
And then, posted on social media, which I think is a total mistake. But, and she's making the argument that, Arnold is upping the prize money. Why aren't women getting paid more?
Yeah.
And so unfortunately, I think when you do that, and this is the mistake, I think her intent was in the right place. Yeah. And everyone loves Linda Murray, well-spoken, everything. So
respected in sport. Yeah.
But you go on social media and you make like a definitive statement with like a little sass, a little attitude, like she did. Then unfortunately, here come 90% of bodybuilding fans are like fucking trolls. Right? On social media.
Yes. Yeah.
And so all you do is just give them fodder to criticize women bodybuilders, right? And I'm calling, bikini figure fitness, that's bodybuilding, right? I'm putting them all in the category of bodybuilders. So that's why I don't think that approach is right. And then what everyone criticizes is men bring in all the money, which is 100% true. You can't fight that. I agree with that. The counter argument that no one makes, which I think is a much better how Linda Murray should have gone about it is, women put in like the same effort, right? But you don't. So they're prepping just as hard. They're training just as hard.
Spending the same amount of money.
Traveling to the same shows. And yet they have, less business opportunities outside the sport.
Yeah.
Right? And then they have less prize money. But that's not Arnold's fault.
No.
He's a show promoter.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants. That's not Men's Open fault. It's not Derek Lunsford's fault.
Right.
It's not Andrew Jack's fault that they're super popular and they're making all that money. It would be like, and people make the WNBA comparison, which is a huge fault of logic as well. But the WNBA should not be saying, hey, we deserve, and they don't. We deserve one person. But for the most part, they don't want as much money as the NBA. That's a stupid argument. They want more money. That's what women should be going about. So I just think it's a mistake to be, hey, look at what the men are making. This is unfair to us.
Yeah.
You are in a male-dominated sport. Women have to bring up their worth, which is 100% possible.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the big companies or divisions that's getting a little bit more publicity is the wellness, and I think it's because a lot of the gals are coming down from like Brazil and they've already been training for so long and they look like they have those crazy glutes, the crazy legs. So there's companies like Wolfpack and what's that one, it's like a clothing company. They've literally put like X amount of money into the wellness pot. So I don't know if it's like, you and I had like a private conversation about this, and there's women entrepreneurs out there like Heidi Summer, Heidi Guzman, Buff Bunny. She is like freaking entrepreneur mogul, like killing it right now. I don't even know what her net worth is, but I know she's getting my money because literally every launch I spend like $400. So, but she's the type of person that like us women need to reach out to, or the IFBB and ask like, hey, can you get behind the women's division, the divisions, Okay,
I'm just saying though that my point is the worst way to go about this is to criticize the men publicly on social media.
Yeah.
Every 8-9 months this comes up.
Yeah.
There's a female who's mad and gets on social media, and then all it does.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that like women's bodybuilding. Shows are infinitely better if there's both classes.
Yeah.
Now, all bodybuilding shows run late. I have no idea why. Right.
Always.
Yeah, always. Except the Arnold. But even the Olympia, like it's a Super Bowl. The Super Bowl starts on time, right? Yeah. but it runs late. It goes way too long. And then after the show, the women's divisions get blamed for it.
Yeah.
It's by these same trolls that Linda Murray just fucking got up there. Right? Everything is the women's division's fault because they don't like women's bodybuilding. You're not going to turn those people.
No.
But there's a lot of people buying Buff Bunny. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people buying, so there are a lot of women who are interested in fitness. And bodybuilding shows are much better when there are multiple divisions.
Agreed.
If it's just an open show, that's pretty boring.
Yeah.
You and I, if we lived in Detroit, probably would not have gone to the Detroit Pro.
No.
It had classic and open.
No.
The open was kind of
Yeah.
Not criticizing anyone, but right? So they need to have more divisions.
More divisions, yeah.
And okay, the one last point, and then we can move on. The stupid argument that people make, this is what frustrates me because we ruffle all these people up to think they're so smart and they come on and make their stupid points on Instagram. But the people over and over and over compared women's bodybuilding to the WNBA, right?
Yeah.
And the WNBA is not profitable, hasn't been for a while. And then they say, well, the NBA is subsidizing it. Yeah, the NBA is subsidizing. Well, it's probably a tax write-off, right? These are billionaire owners.
Yeah.
But they're investing in it. They're not doing this for charity. They've invested in it for a long time. And what's happening to it right now?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Right.
It took a little race rivalry. It took a couple big stars.
Yeah.
A couple attractive people. And pretty soon, spikes. They're expanding. Their TV deal was the best they've ever gotten. They're no longer flying commercial. I mean, the league is like this. If you were like a venture capitalist, would you rather buy the Charlotte Hornets for $4 billion or the Las Vegas Aces for $50 million?
Yeah.
I'm making up these valuations, but it would be something like this.
Yeah.
Every venture capitalist would take the Aces because he could quadruple his money over the next 10 years. You're not going to quadruple your money on the Charlotte Hornets. So there is opportunity, but you need to grow the popularity of the sport. You want LeBron making a lot of money.
Yeah.
He fucking deserves it.
Yeah.
You want Derek Lunsford making a lot of money.
Agreed.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
Now, is there an opportunity? Yeah. The WNBA took a little while. Now Nike's behind it. Now Gatorade's behind it. Now they're all behind it.
McDonald's.
Bodybuilding's never, frankly, just probably doesn't want that attention. But there is opportunity, and it's just women have to increase.
Yeah. I think another thing I've never gone into a show thinking like, I want the prize money. Like, it's not like I go in to Olympia being like, I want that $50,000. I go in because I want that. Like, I want the title, I want the trophy.
That's every, especially female bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Because you're not competing for the money.
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Yeah. And there's a ton of female influencers who are making a career in fitness.
Yeah.
Who don't compete.
Totally. Dana Lynn Bailey.
Well, no,
example.
she used to compete. That's
true.
I'm saying there are women who have no interest in competing.
Yeah.
They're not training as hard as you guys. They're not dieting as hard as you guys, but they have somehow built a platform for whatever reason, and they're making bank. So women, it's not that you want to go do this show because of X, Y, or Z, but women should have an opportunity to make a full-time living at it.
Yeah.
If the division was more profitable.
Yeah.
It's not going to be done, and it's not going to be done on social media. It's going to be someone like Linda Murray, who behind the scenes, like she works for the Olympia.
Yeah.
Right? But she is it's the lunch with so-and-so, some big name person.
Yeah.
Or she meets Heidi at an expo.
Yeah.
And she's got the clout on 8-time Fitness Olympia. And it just, takes time. One female is going to blow up like Chris Bumstead or something, and it's off to the races.
Yeah.
But don't complain in the meantime.
Yeah.
It's fucking America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I am super happy for the guys. Like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
life-changing money.
Yeah, for sure. All it does, if you go on social media, it's pushing women's bodybuilding the wrong way.
Yeah. I saw some weird comments, like women being like, I'm going to identify as a man now. It's like, well, you're probably not going to even like qualify. So let's pump the brakes here.
You're going to get 12th place money at the Chicago Pro. That would be 0. Yeah.
16th at the Chicago Pro.
You're going to make quite a living. Anyway, all right. Anything else? I think that might be it.
Next review, Matt and I are going to do a little rundown.
We haven't done TV. Yeah, we haven't done TV. Real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yellow Jackets season. Was this 3? Yeah, season 3. Not the series, just season 3. Scale of 1 to 10. Do you remember? Because we watched it like a month ago.
Yeah.
They left it where it might be the series finale.
Yeah.
Or they could go on.
I think at the start I was like a 7, and then towards the end I was like a 6. Kind of fell off for me.
Yeah, I was like a 7, maybe a 6. The season wasn't great. It was better than season 2.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as good as season 1.
Right.
Season 1 was all-timer. But I will say, I really want there to be a 4th season.
Yeah.
Because the young girls who have always had the better storyline, coming home would be a cool series.
Yeah.
Like what happened to them.
And is it supernatural, or is it just they're like
never,
have mental health problems?
They're never going to answer that. But anyway, okay. And then currently, what did we just finish? Oh, Last of Us.
Oh, Last of Us.
Yeah, this is Walking Dead vibes.
So
it goes like this, and then.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because Matt and I never played the video game.
Nope.
And it never got spoiled for us, so we're not going to spoil it for you. But that was crazy that we never knew in the first season. And then going into season 2, I enjoyed the artisticness and the filming of it because we're from Seattle. So like, they leave, I won't, get it all into detail, but
this season ends up in Seattle.
Yeah. So like there's a lot of landmarks that I'm like, oh my gosh, I know where that is. Oh my God, like I know that street sign and all of that stuff. So that was really cool. But the acting part left me a little confused sometimes, and confused in the sense of wanting to just like grab my phone and go on my phone because I was so annoyed with what I was watching on TV.
Scale of 1 to 10, second season. First season all-timer.
Yeah.
Again, but second season.
6.
I give it like a 4.
Wow.
I was that disappointed.
Wow.
Yeah. The Ellie character, I don't understand. Why does she hate everyone?
She's,
like literally hates everyone.
Yeah. Little brat.
Fucking, but she's not like, she's like a 19, there's no 19-year-old who's that shitty.
Yeah.
And even for some reason, she's mad that he saved her life and didn't, okay, I get it, but at least give the guy a break.
Right.
He loved you so much, he saved you. This isn't spoilers, I don't think.
No.
Fucking ridiculous that she's so angry. It's like I have to watch 7 seasons of this chick just being angry all the time.
One thing that irks me too is I'm not big on musicals, and your like distaste for it has really rubbed off on me. So whenever someone starts singing, I'm like eye roll. Like
that was cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, again? Like,
here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little too like her character's a little too like woke for me, but keep the script the exact same. Yeah.
Make Ellie's girlfriend or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Make her the lead. The show would be infinitely better.
Yes. Yeah. I don't even know who that girl is.
I don't either, but they should have just switched them.
Yeah.
Dope Thief.
First episode.
Yeah, started off hot.
Yeah, so good.
Off hot.
And then
it was a phoner.
Frickin'
we were playing on our phones. And then the best show we've probably, American Primeval's the best show we watched this year.
Yeah, that was good, yeah.
But I think it's up there, Mobland.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm at a 10 right now.
I
love Tom Hardy.
Yeah, he's fucking really good.
He's so good in it.
Yeah. I give it a 9. Really good.
Yeah.
I really like it.
We rewatched the first 2 episodes just because there's a lot of names, so you gotta, once you get familiar with the names.
We were kind of like just casually watching, and we needed to focus because it was like that good. So what do you think Tom Hardy's net worth is? I'm way off the chain here.
Do you actually know? Because I have no idea.
But 100 million? Who cares?
Yeah,
okay.
well.
So what does it matter?
More. I think he's more.
Okay. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I do not know. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of Venom, but I mean, they did well.
Yeah.
And he was fine in it.
Yeah, I like Venom.
Everything he does, he makes infinitely better.
Yeah.
As an actor. Okay, so he's doing this career. He gets offered a ton of stuff. He's like an A-lister.
Yeah.
Right? And he's got enough money to do for his great grandkids, if he ever has kids. I don't think he has kids, but like generational wealth.
Yeah.
So to me, it makes sense. He only does good stuff. Why the fuck does The Rock? This is the most puzzling. I used to be a Rock fan.
Yeah.
He is so cringe. Can he turn nothing down? Like, he is on this string of horrid movies.
Yeah.
He's like coming out with this one about the MMA fighter.
Oh, I actually want to see that one.
Yeah, and it might be good.
Okay.
It's like a documentary. I think he's trying to be like a serious actor in this one. He's got 30 straight movies that are absolute dog shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing these little funny Disney movies.
Those couple Netflix ones that he did.
Yeah, just fucking, like, what are we doing? You have so much effing money.
Yeah.
Why would you take an awful, awful, awful role? And then after like 10 awful roles, maybe you're not assessing right. Up the bar a little.
Yeah.
Whatever your
Don't
selection process is, don't say yes to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I got like a Google notification that like The Rock lost 5 million followers on Instagram, and I don't know if they
Do you know why?
They said something about something happened with WWE.
Oh.
So I don't know if like a lot of the fans like got pissed off at him and then unfollowed, but that to lose that many followers in like a week, that's like a Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively thing that's going on. Like that's like a woo, where like they crashed and burned for like when all that like crap was going on with Justin Baldoni. And then his followers went up like crazy.
You are getting it. You still want to talk about this, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You're like...
Yeah. Okay. Look at these three. Look how cute they are.
Oh, the weenies.
Yeah. All right. I think that's good.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Let me know in the comments if you guys want Matt and I to do like a recap different on like a weekly review for Love Island. June 3rd.
I've never watched Love Island.
I know, that'll be awesome.
Fuck? Oh my God. Isn't that's like a huge time commitment?
Yeah, it's like 3 episodes a week.
Wait, so you're talking about on your weekly? We're like fucking breaking down Love Island. Give me the premise of the show. I've never watched it. I know it's like trashy, but it's really good. Like people get into it.
Yeah, so there's like...
I don't mind trashy.
Yeah.
But, like The Bachelor, I can't watch.
No, that's too scripted.
I know some people love it, but it's,
Yeah. So Love Island is like, guys and gals go into like a villa together, and then they couple up with one another, and whoever makes it like to the end, America votes on who like the Love Island winner is, and then they win like whatever, 100 grand or something, and then they can split it, or one person will take all the money. But there's no real like...
You've never like watched Love Island, have you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cardio. When I do cardio.
Okay. Wow.
I think it's on.
I feel like you've been sitting on this for like at least days.
Wanting to ask you?
Gonna, no, not but like publicly ask me.
Yeah. So you're forced to give a real answer.
Are you talking about within the context of your like just prep, just lifestyle stuff? We have a segment about Love Island.
Maybe, or its own episode, or its own like little.
No, we cannot do its own episode. We cannot do its own episode.
Okay.
The problem, like this, I assume, because talking about TV is hard because you don't want to ruin it. You don't want to spoil it for people.
Yeah.
That's why we can just talk rankings and then really broad. This, I assume, if people are watching it, they're keeping up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be like we'd watch the episode and then film the next day and like talk about it.
It comes out weekly? Like it comes out...
There's like 3 episodes a week.
I know, but they don't... Is it Netflix?
No, it's live. It's like live TV. It's on Peacock.
Oh.
Yeah, it's literally like live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. So they don't dump a bunch of episodes.
No.
So that does work. It's better...
You're like standing up. You're out of here.
Yeah,
You're like
right.
the back.
Oh, man. I appreciate the strategy you did here. Was very good. I like that. Yeah.
I need the tubes as pressure.
Yeah, sneaky. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, so we'll end it here, guys. I appreciate all of you watching, everyone who leaves comments. You guys are the best. And
There's a rabbit out there.
oh, really?
They all see the rabbit.
We'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah.
Can you spin it and show? You open the door.
Back by the little tree.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they just ran.
Gone. Yeah. They all knew.
Good doggies! Don't go under that fence, Winnie. All right, see you, tubes.